Hello, Scorpio. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Scorpio, no doubt the spirit is always with us. It's been about a week, I think, since I got out your last video, and right on cue, here they are with some deep messages for you all. There's a lot, and I just want to say quickly, thank you to everybody who's liked, shared, subscribed, commented, those who have booked personal reads. You guys have kept me busy the past week. It's been wonderful to be able to connect with all of you, you sharing your information and entrusting me, so thank you for all of that. Scorpio, this will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, cross watcher. If that is you, welcome to the channel as well. Discern the messages accordingly. Personal reads are open and available. This week I do have limited availability, but the following week it'll be far more open. So if you guys are interested, description box below, you'll find my email as well as the about section of the page. So Scorpio, let's just jump right on into your messages. As I was channeling, it was a weird energy that I picked up on, and I just kept hearing the word hell. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I also heard along with that sick tendencies. Scorpio, there is something going on within and outside of you that is, Spirit's calling it alarming. And I think that the alarming maybe isn't necessarily Spirit, life or death. But it's alarming in the sense of the energy that you feel right now. Anxieties could be heightened, and I forget what alignments are happening that may be causing that. So be aware. The other thing I heard is no. And there was, I think, 2 of you in the past week that I've read for. That it's like, I think that energy had already kind of started to show through as this, you're all in different timelines of no. What is so hard to understand the word no? It's like one of the first words we learn as little kids, that we don't touch that. No. Like, I think a lot of us begin to think our name is no because we hear it so much. But this is a blockage, Scorpio, that I think that you are putting up. You've made wiser. These are all notes that I've made, and so we're going to go from that. So understand this is intuitive. I heard someone, or not heard somebody, but read before, like someone said something like, you do too much talking. No. And if you don't understand that, I don't know what to tell you. But you've made wiser choices before. This is mental frustrations. So some of you could be experiencing some sort of mental blocks or trying to block things out. But I also feel for a large part of you, even those who are dealing with maybe mental blocks or blockages in general, this is also tied to a situation. Whether this is a person, a situation itself, but it's a hard no. The other image that I got was like somebody tossing keys around. Like, it's like, oh, give me those. Or, in school when kids are being jerks and they've got your pencil, it's like, here, can you reach it? It feels like somebody's dangling the carrot right in front of your face. Going, here, can you get it? Can you get it? Kind of taunting you in some capacity, and you just can't reach for it. Those are situations where you could feel like the finish line to a project, a person, a situation, anything in life. You feel like every time, it's like a credit card company. Have you ever like fallen behind on a credit card and you finally get that principal balance paid off and everything is good, and then all of a sudden you get a bill in the mail for like $2.97, which is like their 2 days of interest or some shit like that. And it's like, Jesus criminally, like, for real? Like, you're really going to send me a bill for that? Is it even worth the stamp in the envelope? So it's just like, every time you think you're done, somebody is moving the finish line on you. Surrender is not quitting, Scorpio. And that's something that Spirit fully emphasized for you all. That giving it to God, giving it to your higher power, giving it to your higher self, whatever, you need to understand that, like, if you're in the space that you feel like surrender is quitting, that's your ego talking. That is a fear-based sense of security that really doesn't exist. It's releasing control. right? And it's to something greater than you. And that's something you need to be aware of. Don't force the changes. If you're sitting back right now and you're watching somebody not do something they should, maybe they're not acting in integrity, maybe they're not acting in authenticity, they're making things harder than they need to be. Scorpio, don't assist. Sit back. Be the observer. Let them make their own mistakes right now. Because I feel like universally, this is lining up a certain way that your control is going to, or your attempt at controlling things is going to make it blow up in your face if you do. It's time to step back. It's time to sit back and be aware that now is not the time for your action. Now is not the time for your control. It's like spirit doesn't need your input right now. And pardon the sniffles. My ear is clogged. Allergies are perking here again. I can't get away from it. But in this, Scorps, don't force these changes. They're not for you to do. There are certain things and people and situations that must line up, and it has to happen on its own time. You can't control it. Do you want to, whatever this is, to be done and over with? Absolutely. It's tiresome, it's burdensome, but it's necessary to happen in this specific way for your greater good. It's the same thing as interfering with somebody's karma, right? Like, careful who you help, because you don't know what they have done, whether it's in this lifetime or a previous lifetime, that this is, I don't want to call it punishment, but this is what goes around comes around, Scorpio. It's not your job to interfere. The other message I got is that the dam will break for a sort of an Armageddon for those who refuse to cooperate in integrity and on a higher timeline. So Scorpio, what this represents is those individuals who I really feel Spirit is saying is opposing you. You don't have to react to that, okay? You don't need to come at them hard. It's like, handle all things in grace and integrity. Stay true to your authentic self. Stay true to what you know to be the deepest, most loving parts of yourself. I'm not saying let somebody walk all over you either. But it's like, if you tell somebody no and they come back, it's like, listen, I said no. That's my final answer. We're done here, and disengage. Like, you will intuitively know when it is time to walk back and away. The other thing Spirit just brought up to my attention too is if you're receiving an email, a phone call, a text message, a voicemail, however form of communication, and somebody says something offhanded to you, you're welcome in that moment to write your response, but do not send. Delay. Because you want to wait 24 hours and go back and look at that and see if you still feel the same way. Or going, oh wait, I could write that differently. I could say that differently. I could respond in a much more put together, emotionally balanced manner that I am not going to come off bitchy, sarcastic, snarky. Because, Spirit, what you say can and will be used against you. These people, this person, this situation that you're dealing with, don't give them ammunition, Scorpio. Very, very important. Separate of that, in the middle of all of this chaos, you may start to see people randomly reach out to you, and not because they, what do I want to say? It's not for bad intentions, Scorps. They may be just showing up doing nice things, kind things. Whether it's a kind word, bringing you a cup of coffee, checking in on you. Maybe your spouse knows that you didn't have time to run down to the store and grab whatever, so he stops on his way home and grabs you whatever you need. it's like all of a sudden you're seeing other people around you who genuinely seem to just be being nice. And I think for a Scorpio, sometimes that can be a little skeptical. Like, what do you want, right? There's that lack of trust that I think we're born with sometimes. It's okay to trust it. Like, feel it. I feel like there's a sense of gratitude when you're receiving whatever these things are. Again, whether they're words or whatever. You feel like this nostalgia. I don't want to call it nostalgia, but it's a warming sensation. It's a warm feeling within that goes, oh wow, they thought about me. You may feel a little weird about the fact that they thought about you. Make sure to say thank you. Live in gratitude of that. Spirit reiterated, don't be driven by ego and fear. And if you're thinking that they're non-trustworthy, that could be that ego and that fear, that same old devil, right? Reminder that we are stepping into harvest season. Hence my allergies. 11:11 on the clock. I wish for my allergies to stop. That would be great. Someone around you too, Scorpio, may not be allowing you to rest. So maybe this is tied in conjunction with the original, like they just won't stop and you need to say no. It's like, talking about moving that finish line. It's not good enough, Scorpio. That's all you did today. You need to do more. It's just not good enough for them. Well, Scorpio, you get to admit your own boundary and go, that's all I've got to give. I was getting ready to say to you, take the bull by the horns. And as I was getting ready to say that, I just seen this bull being lifted up. And I mean, you think about the natural weight of a bull, the size, being picked up and slammed down to the ground. Scorpio, your force, what's crazy is I didn't see hands on those horns. I just seen this energy take over that brought this bull down. So you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do a thing. And pardon the light, I just seen that sitting there. Different time of day than my normal here. You don't have to do anything. This is the power of the warrior within you. Warriors can just be still. It's like hunting. You sit patiently in your tree stand and wait. You'll know when the right time is. Okay? In the midst of all of this, Scorpio, a twist of fate, something is discovered. Whether this is news or information, a personal realization as well, do not discount that. This could be multiple things. You're going to see how all of a sudden, Spirit's taking me back to that bull that they just showed me. Where you think this bull is aiming directly for you and coming for you like I'm going to get pinned by this thing. Out of nowhere. Boom. Divine Spirit, divine interference. There you go. Scorpio, part of that pinning, and I think that it's really interesting that they showed that to me as they did, because this very last note that I made on here, jail or abandonment. Scorpio, you could be dealing with somebody who is going to jail. Now, I'm also going to say this to you, because it came out in the way that it did would give me the simplest version of going to jail, behind bars, whatever. But this is not just jail, but a sense of freedom. Whatever personal freedom somebody in your life has had to control, manipulate, live a grandiose life, just do whatever the hell they want, come and go as they please, whether it's a job, a person, finances, jail is a restriction, right? It's coming. Whatever this restriction is, in regards to the person that you are dealing with or the situation you are dealing with, it's coming. Be patient, Scorpio, even if you are at the end of your rope. I said to you all last week, when I tried to sit down and do these September reads, it was like, nope, don't. This is not the way we're doing this for Scorpio. And I see why. I clearly see why. And we'll get to the September reads. I know we're in September, but this is a weekly turn of events, a weekly change that is transpiring right now. And it's like, this may feel like such a roller coaster. You don't know which end is up. Hang on one second. Okay, Scorpio, sorry. If it isn't the animal, it's the kids. It is what it is around here. But this is somebody being restricted of their freedom. Okay? Be patient, Scorpio. Be very patient. We're going to jump into the cards, see what else comes out here for you. And we're going to go from there. Hold on one moment. Okay, Scorpio. Geez Louise. In, out, right? Like, this is life. I usually try to do your videos earlier for this specific reason. And still, right? Doesn't matter what I do. Anyhow, let's see. What are we going to go with here, Scorpio? All right, I don't even know. We're going with these. All right, Spirit, for Scorpio this week, what's going on for Scorpio this week? What does Scorpio need to know? Planning, Scorpio. I feel like you are planning a grand exit. Scorpio, trying to head out. No way. 17 on the clock, star energy, wish fulfillment, healing. Spirit saying goals come into fruition. They said it might be a little bit, but it's coming, okay? As you're planning an exit here, Scorpio, I feel like somebody else is planning to keep you in it. They like to sink their claws into you. And, you know, part of that devil energy is you seeing it for what it truly is. You acknowledging that devil, right? It's time for you to acknowledge that devil, especially if this is in your interpersonal relationships. Maybe how somebody breadcrumbs you, shortchanges you. Again, always moving the finish line. Well, I would be a better husband or wife or whatever if you would just be this way. What the hell is that? You know? High Priestess of Earth and Playful. I said, it's like they're dangling the carrot in front of your face. Do you see that? That poor little kitty still can't reach that moon, right? But let's play. Let's see what happens here. This is the moon, Scorpio. The moon in the house of belonging. This is absolutely... Oh, 5-5, Scorpio. The devil in this card is the deceit card. High Priestess of Spirit, house of belonging. You've got the moon. Scorpio. Oh, I would say to you, I remember putting out the video titled, I think this is what, back in February. Your silence was deadly. February, March, right? This is what? Virgo, Pisces season. We're going to come into a Pisces full moon, Scorpio. Go back to that video and watch it. There's something very specific to this. 5-5. This is bringing something to a complete end. This is... you building upon, Spirit saying, you building upon security of your foundational roots. And I will be damned if anything comes in my way of that. There's your no. If you're coming in to interfere with my well-being, my peace, my home, my family, the things that I hold most near and dear to me, you can go pound some salt. This is a big shift, Scorps. This purple. Your intuition right now could be off the charts. And I feel like part of this confusion, part of this in-between space, this exhausted energy, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, like, I'm exhausted as I'm doing this reading right now. I think it's indicative as to where this energy is for us. Part of that is like, that is that final push, and I've said it before, it's the end of the marathon, right? Just 5 more feet, Scorpio. 5 more feet and you're there. And I think that that's been the thing for the last 6 months. Delays, restrictions, for you not being set free, being at the mercy of another situation, whether you chose to stay in it or it was one that it's like every time you did try to get away from it, there was one more thing that had to be done, one more, whatever, you could have been selling a house and it's like, well, this, oh, and by the way, then there's this. And it's just like, if we're going to do this, can we just do it and be done with it, please? There's a lot around this. And Scorpio, they're saying that luck is on your side. And I'm going to tell you, I personally don't believe in luck per se. I think we make our own luck by the way that we choose to live life. But everybody's entitled to their opinion, so you make your own discernment on that. But Scorpio, one day, Scorpio, one day, you're going to be in a place where you're not going to have to deal with these types of people and their minions. Spirit just said, like, you've got someone specific heading the charge, and it's like there's chatter in the background. I can hear it, like, oh my God. Oh my goodness. Did you hear Scorpio? Did you see what Scorpio? Like, people could be talking about you, Scorpio. Whether this is like gossip, but it's also a bit, it kind of gives me that 6 of Wands feel, Scorps. There's a guy in the background of the traditional tarot card that is just disgruntled watching, Scorpio in this case, do their thing, riding off into the sunset. Scorpio didn't get that victory because of this, and they didn't know, and, discrediting everything that you've done. Not good enough, Scorpio. How dare you? I don't know what you all have been, well, for some of you I do know. Others of you I don't know. But this has been a reiteration for as long, like at least since February of this year. You look at this cat, he is off into that field of lavender. Some of us run off into the sunset. This cat is running off to the moon. Fields of, what was it? Fields of, isn't there a song, Fields of Lavender? Was that, oh gosh, I can hear the voice and I can't think of his name. Fields of Gold, maybe? Who was it? Sting, maybe? I don't know. Something like that. Look up that song. I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. But your piece could be your gold, Scorpio. And we're talking about the ethereal realm. We're talking about the crown chakra, purple, white, and gold. Those are the colors associated with it. 23, 23 on the clock. 5, 5. That's change. 5 and 5. Scorpio, there's a big win coming in for you. There's a big change on the horizon. And I think right now you're too damn tired to even realize it. I think you're mentally exhausted. I think you're emotionally drained. Spirit, Scorpio thinks they've been just doing this for too damn long. Agreed. Agreed, Scorps. Agreed. Enough is enough is enough is enough. Let's see. You guys, the Scorpio's eyes, right? I mean, I think that there are plenty of Scorpios that you look at their eyes and they're so deep. They run so deep, right? They're dark, they're mysterious, all of those things. Scorpio, it's like somebody's looking at you like you're the devil. Like they are in complete and utter disbelief that you have escaped their grasp. Like, I don't know what these people or this situation was planning, but this, like, all of a sudden these cats' eyes stuck out to me heavy. And it's like, Scorpio, they're watching you like they're looking at you like you're some type of I don't even want to say witch. Just there's the Scorpio transmutation. There's that morphing that you do. And it's like the wink. I could see like this eye winking. You ever see like one of those little like, what was that? Not Bewitched. Oh, what was that one show? And they had the cat, and the cat would like, it's a black cat, and it would wink, and it would like, you know, the effects on TV. It's like, oh, the cat's got like little glitter sticking out its eye, batting with it. Like, it's got that wink wink kind of feel. Catch me if you can. Scorpio, again, you don't have to do anything. Divine universal force, I feel it in every fiber of my being as I sit here, is releasing you. Stay out of your ego. Stay humble. Don't be arrogant about it. Maybe you do just need to wink as you go on by and keep on walking. All it takes is a look from you, Scorpio. And it's for this person or this situation, they're looking at you like, what the hell just happened here? I've never watched somebody get out of something like that. How did they make that happen? They're baffled. They're completely baffled by you. Because Scorpio, you will alchemize the energy. You work with the energy that is given and provided to you, good or bad. You roll with the punches. This person, this situation, these people don't know how to. They're used to control and domination. There's a big difference, a very big difference. This is, Spirit says, rather alarming. Winding path, curving trail, twisting routes. What I say? What did I have written down here? Twists and turns? Is that not what I said? I think so. I'm beginning to second guess myself here as I look at this. I'm pretty sure I said, yeah, twist of fate. Something discovered. There it is, Scorpio. The winding path. There's twists. There's turns along the way. There's freedom on the other side of this, right? Look at this. Those fields. A field. Something specific to a field could be important to you. This could also be in relation to your home. Maybe some of you live where there's rolling hills or fields. Some of you could be planning. This card was sticking out. I was like, what is that? Countryside. Look at the fields in that. Maybe some of you are planning a trip, a getaway. Go out and spend time in nature, Scorpio. Keep yourself grounded. I don't even feel like you necessarily, I mean, do we need water energy? Yes, we need water energy like fish need it, right? But you need to ground. You cannot let your emotions take control of you this week. Stay humble, and Spirit said stay silent. What else for Scorpio? Well, there's a lot. There's a whole lot. Scorpio, it's... Spirit says you're taking center stage of your entire life. You're elevating. You're moving on. There's something, too, here about you ignoring somebody's passes, maybe for some of you. Somebody could have passed rejection upon you. And you're like, no. Reject me. I don't care anymore. This is a healing, Scorpio. This is a harmonizing within you. When someone can, excuse me, reject us, and we have abandonment wounds, and we are unfazed. We are unbothered. And it's like, you know what? I don't care if you reject me because I don't want to be a part of that shit anyhow. That's not who I am. You are learning the identity of self. You're understanding deeper of what you know to be a value within you. Spirit, this week runs deep. Thank you, Spirit, for all of your guidance always. Productive. Okay, some of you could be taking. Oh, Scorpio. There's that elevate and support workspace. You could be, I'm going to tell you, for those of you who may be dealing with legal issues, legalities, you know, Zoom, excuse me, Zoom is a thing, right? We know this. Some of you could be working from home, doing a Zoom call. Legality-wise, somebody may not be able to attend something which would require a Zoom attendance as well. There's something about that. But someone here is set to make some sort of progress on an issue. Scorpio, I also feel like for a lot of you, you could be investing in your work at this time. Some of you could also be setting up home offices right now, or revamping your home office because it's become very drab and dry. Like you're looking at the cactus that never needs watered and it's half dead on your desk, and you're like, I can't live like this anymore. Like, I have to spruce things up here. It's like you're trying to create this space that makes you feel alive. After a period, a spirit of nothing but dead weeds. As I say comfortable, there comes the living room, comfortable space, family gathering, the sky, infinite universe, clouds in formation. Scorpio, this gives me this feeling of like finally getting a place to rest, that you're sitting on your couch, looking out the window and pondering what comes next in your life. This is also like you reviewing all the things that have happened and just going, geez, like, how did I make it this far? Give me 1 second. How did I make it this far? It almost feels somewhat sad when you sit back and you look at everything that you've gone through to this point and it's finally done. 9 days, Scorpio. You could be looking at September 9th as well. September 7th, there's supposed to be a massive paradigm shift. Like, I've made it this far. I am awakening to my true self. I am done having the patriarchal dictation of my existence of control ever happen again. This is a massive breakthrough, Scorpio. This is life-changing. This is you stepping into an energy of, I'm going to call it business. Spirit says business. You may be in business mode. It's walking the walk and, you know, talking the talk. It's you're gonna stay true to your word. You're gonna leave everything else behind. Sky's the limit. It's limitless, Scorpio. Where you're heading is limitless. This is, again, like looking up, daydreaming. And I don't feel like you're daydreaming in the sense of, you know, rainbows and unicorns, right? Like, this is really taking a look at the way things have come together throughout your lifetime and acknowledging where prosperity lies, where peace lies, where happiness lies. And it's away from the chip and the chatter. It's away from the chaos. It's like anything that's in Scorpio personalities, we love to hear the dirt. We may not speak about it, but Lord, do we want to know about it. Okay? Hold on. The cat now. Hold on. I'm so sorry. Okay. As I was saying, Scorpio, you can dig into the dirt, the drama of things with the best of everybody. But you're past it. It's like, I don't even care. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know. It's going somewhere, running into somebody, and like, hey, have you seen so-and-so? And did you see what happened? And did you hear about, and you're like, good for them. I don't care. I don't need to know. And it's anything that entails some type of chaos, Scorpio. Anything that entails any kind of drama, it's not for you anymore. Your soul is so tired of the bullshit that there's nothing left. There's nothing left to give. And I'm going to tell you, for some of you, I just see you walking into a room with your head down, going like, just hide me. Hide me through this. Just let me get through whatever this moment is. Whether it's people talking or whatever this might be for you. It's just like, let me just get through this moment. I want this over with. I don't ever want to have to deal with anything like this ever again. Some of you feel very moody, protective, quiet right now, extroverted. Scorpio, I think this is where you're going to find self-assurance, self-love, self-comfort right now, in the quiet domain of your home, keeping things very casual, reviewing, thinking about things, trying to disengage. I think a lot of you could really use the color blue. Wear blue, breathe blue, eat blueberries, whatever. Because I think you're going to have a lot to say. But it's going to be about the delivery of how you say it. And that's going to be the very important thing here. Okay, I hope this is making sense for all of you. Spirit says, take those after those. Okay. All right, let's see. What else the Spirit got for y'all this week? Clarity, Scorpio, thunder and lightning. There's a power strike. This could be, again, this could have been a power struggle, a power dynamic here. Scorpio, this, you could call it an aha moment, and I don't think aha describes this moment. It is an electric moment of truth. It's one of those things with this clarity that once you see, and I'm gonna, oh gosh, you see the lightning in that card as well? There's double lightning in a rainbow with this lightning and thunder. This also reminds me of the alignment, the divine alignment that I seen earlier. Scorpio, again, somebody is in disbelief that lightning strikes twice in your benefit somehow. I don't know what that means for you. Like, what are the odds? Not once, but twice. You are bruising and damaging somebody's ego, top to bottom. And the best part of it is, you're not stooping to their level. Not doing it. Not going there. It may have been hard. It may still in this very moment be hard as you're watching this. It might be hard for the next 3 days. But this brings down the house, Scorpio. This is tower after tower. I can hear the whip being cracked. I can hear the whip being cracked. You've been graced not once but twice. This could be a missed opportunity of the past that you're coming back around to, and it's like, hey, here I am presenting myself, let's do this again. And you're like, I'm tired, I'm over this shit, I don't want to do this anymore. And Spirit's like, no, you need to persevere. You persevering holds them accountable. There's a lot of energy around their self-pity. You know, maybe they're playing the woe is me card, Scorpio. But what I'm going to say to you is, when they had the power and control, what did they do with it? Did they abuse it? Because if they did, the woe is me, poor woe, woe, woe. It's I've said it before, I'm going to repeat it. A thief isn't sorry until he gets caught, right? Oh no, it was a complete accident. I didn't mean it like that. It was for other reasons. Would you have stopped doing what you were doing if you hadn't got caught? No. You would have kept doing it. What else for Scorpio Spirit? This has been nothing but a competition, Scorps. Sky's the limit again. This has been nothing but a competition. This has been nothing but rivalry. This has been nothing but Spirit saying dirty play. You know, there's always like the underdog versus the hometown team, everybody's leaving that arena crying. Their team just lost the game. And I always say too, side note, if you're a betting man, betting woman, betting, you know, them, they, whatever, Spirit says, one, bet on yourself. And two, if you're into that thing, like the football and all that, you might want to take the underdog. If you're playing for money, like I'm not promoting gambling here, by the way. But if that's your thing, you might be surprised. They may come out and surprise you. Somebody's got a new team member, Spirit said. I don't know. I don't typically dive into that information. All right. Last messages for Scorpio. Let's keep this short and, well, our version is short and sweet, right, Scorps? Emperor in the reverse. Again, dealing with some arrogant, self-serving. What's the next ridiculous idea? Ace of Wands, Page of Swords, Knight of Swords. What's the next thing they can come up with here? What is the next thing that they can do? Scorpio, you're doing your homework here. You're paying attention. And what I think is really interesting is you see, this could be Spirit says a default between the masculine and the feminine energies right now too. This young lady who is very invested in what she's doing. This guy's still trying to chase down what he thinks belongs to him. I don't care if it's the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords. I don't care what the normal definition, and I don't know why I'm going on this tangent, what the normal definition of this is. But in this deck, to me, he's still chasing something. Something that got away from him because he got careless. Somebody else stayed studient or studious. I think I'm making up words now. Studious, paid attention, took their time. He's chasing, she's attracting. There's a big difference there. It all boils down, Scorpio, to the action and the integrity. That Ace of Wands and the Emperor, this dude is lacking some serious integrity. He'll take cheap shots. He'll lowball things. He'll mastermind in the most corrupt forms. That's the action that he's chosen. And you see all this masculine energy in the midst of all there's one feminine. And she's nose to the grindstone, Scorpio. I don't care if you're male or female. Tarot typically does not know gender. But as it's depicted right here on the card. So you put yourself in what part of that you belong. But somebody's chasing down something. And our little Page of Swords, man, she's staying on top of it all. And she's going from looking at the past. It's weird because as I seen that card, I see it in both directions. She's looking at the past. She's reviewing the past. She's paid attention. She's taken in what her experience has been, even though she's young. And she's turned it into brilliance on the outside of this situation, or dealing with the tail end of this situation. Somebody is going to walk away, Scorpio, a loser, and somebody's going to walk away a winner. And this is the competitive arena, Scorpio. Look at this. The Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the loss, the win. It's one or the other. Only one can take home the prize, Scorpio. There's a winner and there's a loser here. If you have to bet on somebody, Scorpio, bet on yourself. Don't let somebody else come in and play head games with you. What if that's the energy that they're in? What do you think they're going to end up with when it's said and done? Because they're losing something very important, 44 on the clock. where they could have given in a fair and equitable manner. And I'm going to say to you, you look at this. That's 8 pentacles right there. They could have worked with you. 6 and 2 is 8. They could have worked with you to reach a successful goal. For everybody, for the best outcome possible. But instead, they chose differently. And when you can't find a way to compromise, and you can't find a way to work through your problems in a fair and equitable manner, someone wins and someone loses. You had every shot to work this out, and you chose not to. And now you're going to boo-hoo. It was all fun and games before, but now it's not. It really goes to show the importance of genuinely collaborating and working with somebody. And then you look at that ace and that 2 of pentacles. That's 3. Just work together. 9 of... Scorpio, your bliss is a-coming. This bliss is absolutely coming. Hermit energy, I feel like that's where you're at right now. 3 of Wands, waiting for that moment. The Tower, the Judgment, the 4 of Wands. Scorpio, your victory is 110% on the horizon. If you're going to place bets, Scorps, who's it going to be on? Them or you? Because I ain't never really seen a Scorpio with good integrity ever let somebody else take the last shot. The last word, the last shot, whatever. But if you're going to take the last word, make sure it's thank you. And leave it at that. Get ready, Scorpio. I'm going to tell you, Spirit's saying 2 weeks. 2-week period on this reading. Know that it's coming. Know that this is coming. Your victory, your satisfaction. Remain humble. Remain in grace. This Tower's coming in, Scorpio. That's you. Judgment. This is a final call on something here. And I'm hearing from Spirit, enough is enough. Call of the Muse. They may have used you as their muse, exposed and revealed. But you're coming in with a shocking truth. There is a shocking truth coming in to highlight this energy and to put it all to an end. So Scorpio, I'm going to leave that there. I may, depending on time this week, I don't know. It's been a little crazy for me too. I'm as human as the next person. But if I can get another reading out this week, I will. If not, I will see you soon again. Personals are open and available. I apologize for any disruptions during this video. This is my life. This is the way that it goes. And I hope you understand and know that your life too, I'm sure, is full of distractions from time to time. And I try to stay in contact with all of you as much as possible and try to do what I can. So just please keep that in mind. I appreciate all of you. I'm sending you so much love. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.